Is Professor Arif Herekar, and I'm basically a neurologist, professor of neurology. But my passion has been, as quite a lot of you already know, traveling the world. And I've been to all the small and the remote areas of the world. It's a huge, huge list, and I'm not going to tell you all about it in this short video. But I'll take you straight to a small island or archipelago called Zanzibar. And this is part of Tanzania, one of the East African countries. Now, this archipelago consists of several islands lying off the coast of East Africa, south of Somali Sea. This archipelago is also known as Spice Islands. There are 4 main islands, 3 primary islands with human population, and one of them, of course, the fourth one, only has corals and is left for breeding ground for seabirds. So there are also smaller islets. Now, most of these archipelago belongs to Zanzibar, and Zanzibar is a semi-autonomous region of Tanzania, as I've told you. Zanzibar is a Tanzanian archipelago off the coast of East Africa. On its mainland, which is called Unguja, familiarly called Zanzibar, is the stone town. This is very interesting, of course, and it's so historical, it's so original, there's so much heritage in it. I'll show you as we go along. It's a historical trade center with Swahili and Islamic influences, beautiful beaches, and of course, amazing resorts where I was able to spend a couple of days, 4 or 5 days. Now, there are estimated 560 doors. Now, this is very, very interesting because there have been so many regimes and dynasties that have invaded this area. So, there are different types of doors, 560 to be precise, around Zanzibar city, the majority in Stone Town. And the most of them are over a century old, imagine. And they're very, very easy to find because it's a small place actually. So, it's not difficult to find it. You just need to start wandering around and in random directions. And of course, you will be able to find these Zanzibar doors everywhere. Now, the front doors of the main buildings in Zanzibar's beautiful stone town are individual works of art. But of course, if you look at them deeply, they have deeper meanings. Measures of originals, occupants' social status, and religion are advertised here. I spent some very quality days here. The winding lanes, if you look at those who are very interested in heritage and in places that are remote, undervisited, and underdiscovered, you must go to this beautiful stone town in Zanzibar Island. And of course, when you go into these winding lanes, present minarets, carved doorways, as I've told you, and of course the 19th century landmark, the House of Wonders, a former Sultan's palace, and the northern villages of Nungwai and Kendwa have white beaches. I really had a good time on the beaches. They're white beaches with turquoise water, and they're lined with hotels. Now, coming to Stone Town of Zanzibar, also known as Miji Makonwa in Swahili Old Town, is the old part of Zanzibar, the main city, Zanzibar in Tanzania. The newer portion of the city is known as Nogambo. Now, Swahili, Nogambo means in Swahili the other side. Stone Town is located on the western coast of Unguja, the main island of Zanzibar archipelago. Former capital of Zanzibar Sultanate and flourishing center of the spice trade. Now, this is very, very, very important for spice trading, as well as slave trade. Most of the slaves that came in, they were harbored here, they were made to stay here, and of course, it retained its importance as the main city of Zanzibar during the period of British protectorate. When Tanganyika and Zanzibar joined each other to form the United Republic of Tanzania, Zanzibar kept a semi-autonomous status with Stone Town as its local government seat. I was so overwhelmed by this stone town that I keep talking about it again and again. It's a city of prominent historical and artistic importance in East Africa. Its architecture, mostly dating back to 19th century, reflects the diverse influences underlying the Swahili culture and giving a unique mixture of Arab, Persian, Indian, and European elements. For this reason, the town was designed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2000. Now, due to its heritage, the stone town is also a major visitor attraction. You see a lot of visitors from different countries in Tanzania, and a large part of the economy depends on tourism-related activities. So this is what made it poor, because tourism went down all over the world during the COVID. Now, if you look at an island which is called Changu Island, lies just off the coast of Zanzibar, about 25 minutes from Stone Town. So you go there with a small engine boat. I did that, and though it only measures about 800 meters long and 230 meters wide, this narrow spit of land holds a huge history. Of course, the tiny island was uninhabited until the mid-1960s, when Majid bin Salid, the first Sultan of Zanzibar, sold it to several Arab slave traders, because slavery was at its height in Zanzibar. They used it to hold enslaved people in transit to Stone Town or beyond. So after Zanzibar and Tanzania were deemed as British protectorates in the late 19th century, the island was bought by colonial governor with the intention of building an isolated prison, giving it the nickname the Prison Island. This is where we went. After the institution's construction, however, its facilities were only used for quarantine visitors going between Zanzibar and the mainland, mostly holding people suspected of yellow fever. So you can see huge giant tortoises, you can see peacocks, and this place is absolutely amazing, and it's full of visitors and tourists, because this is a very unique prison island. Hope you have enjoyed this short video on a fantastic tourist destination. You must go and see it. See, these things are so important that unless you see these things, the videos and these talk shows do not give you that effect. Your presence is so important. So I advocate you go and see it. And if you like this video, do subscribe to our channel. If you haven't done so, write a little note under the video on the YouTube that makes things better for our next video. And do strike the like icon if you have liked the video. Thank you.